Hey honeys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Megan Rose here, and as you can see by the title, you already know what today's topic is. Let's get right into it. How to stop overthinking. Oh my goodness, we can literally sneak ourselves out our own spot by being in our head too much. We have to stop overthinking. Signs to know that you are overthinker. First of all, you replay conversations. You get so deep into the underlying meaning of every word of every conversation. You imagine worst case scenarios, like you always think way too far into the future, to the point it's like, does this even make sense? You're overthinking. How did you get this far in the rabbit hole, honey? You feel stuck in indecisiveness. You constantly can't pinpoint what exactly should be done because it's just overload of thoughts and scenarios and everything in your head. First of all, we have to recognize the fact that we are overthinking. I think we recognize that we're overthinking. Pause and acknowledge, okay, I'm overthinking right now. Okay, cut the tape, stop the show. No, literally, you stop ourselves in our tracks right there, because like I said, we can end up in a whole rabbit hole of more and more thoughts, baby. We have to nip this. We're trying to get out of all that thinking and all the scenarios and all this replaying that we have going on our head. Shift your focus. Engage in an activity that requires focus. We want to shut that part off, okay? Whether it's cooking, maybe reading, exercising, something that will have you mentally engage in something else. We need to refocus here. That's exactly what we're trying to do. Refocus mentally. So don't do something where it's like you're doing something, but you can sit and think about what you was thinking about. No, we need to do something else that requires you to think about what you are engaged in at the moment. Taking a deep breath. Well, more than taking a deep breath, we need deep breathing, because sometimes you can't do just one. We need to do some mindful deep breathing. Focus on your breathing, which will help you ground yourself in the present moment. Like I said, overthinking, we can think too far in the future or too much in the past, to the point that it's like we're not even present. We're not even in the moment. We're literally thinking about everything that's outside of what's going on right now. To bring yourself back to the present, meditation helps a lot. Usually when you're overthinking, it's usually negative thoughts, okay? You never overthink about a whole bunch of greatness, okay? So what I want you to do is challenge those negative thoughts. Is this facts or is this assumption? Do I have any type of evidence to even back these thoughts up? Or am I just going on a random tangent of just thoughts and ideas? I want you to think, what's the worst that can realistically happen? Not this big drawn out story time that you have in your head. What's the worst that can realistically happen? We need to be real and honest, because listen, when you're overthinking, the imagination starts taking over. And we have some real drastic, great, big imaginations, okay? So listen, if we let the imagination take over, child, we gonna be somewhere else. We have to replace those irrational thoughts and fears and circumstances and situations. Replace them with more rational thinking. Like, make it make sense. Don't go on this imaginative rabbit hole that we're in. If you recognize, yes, I am an overthinker, set time for thinking, okay? I have 15 minutes to figure this out. I have 15 minutes to think about this. Plan to do whatever I need to do, okay? I only have 10 or 15 minutes to think about this. I don't have all day. I'm not going to spend hours and hours on end thinking about this same scenario, the same situation. I got 15 minutes to map and figure this thing out, and then I'm going to refocus my mind, okay? Give yourself a time limit. Once that time is up, move on to something that will help you refocus. Move on to a whole nother activity. I want you to focus on what you can personally control. Make a list of what is in your control and what isn't in your control. I want you to take actionable steps on what you can control. But if you know this is something that you can't control, don't spend your mind stressing and overthinking and thinking about all these worst case scenarios and how this is gonna play out and all this and that. Just understand that this part I can't control. Okay, so I'm just gonna let that go. Focus and put action into what I can control, and that's all I'm worried about, is what I can do. All I can do is what I can do, and I'm gonna get it done, and that's that. Leave it right there. Practice self-compassion. A lot of the reason why we overthink is because we criticizing ourselves, judging ourselves. Give yourself some type of compassion. Jeesh. Stop criticizing yourself for what's going on. Stop even criticizing yourself for overthinking. Sometimes we can overthink to the point that we get aggravated ourselves, and now we criticizing and judging ourselves for the fact that we overthinking. It is okay. We are only human. All we can do is what we can do. Bring it in. Stop judging yourself. Give yourself grace. Give yourself compassion. Give yourself love. Treat yourself like a friend. Offer encouragement to yourself instead of judgment. Offer kind words. Journal your thoughts. You writing down your thoughts helps you release them. And also you have a pattern that you can look at to see like what triggers me. What makes me just start going on these tangents and have me just mentally running wild, okay? Release and see the patterns of your thoughts. You can start to see the root cause. It's always good to be aware so we can fix it. Limit information overload. It's nice to research and seek advice, but sometimes when you just have too much information, that information could be an information overload, which has you still, what keeps you overthinking, because now you're thinking about the information you just received versus the information that you already have versus what you feel, okay? And we already have enough going on, okay? Decide when you have enough information, okay? Like, that is enough. I got what I need. And with that, just trust yourself to make a choice, make a decision, and leave it right there. Don't second guess, don't overthink. Use the information you have at hand and make a decision. Leave it right there. Using positive affirmation helps so much when it comes to overthinking. You truly have to affirm yourself that you got this. I can do this. I can handle whatever comes my way. I trust myself to make the right decision. I trust myself to make good decisions for myself. Okay? Positively affirm yourself each and every single day, especially when you're feeling like you're going to start overthinking. That's when you really have to lock in with yourself and affirm that you got this. And remember, overthinking is a habit, okay? With any habit, especially a habit that we've been doing for a while or a habit that we real deep in, it's going to take time for you to overcome. It's going to take a lot of time and effort to change. But I truly feel like those strategies will help you with overthinking. So use those strategies consistently. You'll learn to quiet all those thoughts and be able to live more peacefully without having to constantly second guess and overthink every move that you make. Feel free to share out to friends and family. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't yet. And I'll catch you in my next one.